Sutra class in Buddha Vihar, Buddha Temple in Paris, so I am not in Bodhgaya, and by train I stay. That's why I cannot live, so I'd like to record the chanting. Anyway, let's get started. हम ईमानदारी से महामंत्र बहुंसों के सभी आदरणीय लोगों के लिए सतर्वपुंडरी का सूत्र शाश्वत भूत शाक्यामणि प्रभु रत्न भूत और सभी अतीत वर्तमान और भविष्य के भूतों के लिए 10 दिशाओं में समर्पित करते हैं। हम आगे खुद को पृथ्वी के 4 महाबोधिसत्व के लिए समर्पित करते हैं, जैसे विशिष्ट चारित्र बोधिसत्व, अनंत चारित्र बोधिसत्व, विशुद्ध चारित्र बोधिसत्व, सुप्रतिष्ठा चारित्र बोधिसत्व। बोधिसत्व के सभी बोधिसत्व मंजूश्री समद्भद्र मैत्रेय अवलोकेश्वर शाक्यमुनि के महाशिष्य भूता चारित्र उदाहरण कश्यप आनंद महाश्रवक और धर्म के सभी सुरक्षात्मक देवताओं के लिए हम आगे अपने मूल बुद्ध द्वारा भेजे गए महाबोधिसत्व निचिरेन शू के लिए खुद को समर्पित करते हैं। हम आगे अपने आप को उनके शिष्य रेंगे आचार्य निचिरेन शू पहले विदेशी मिशनरी के लिए समर्पित करते हैं। सभी जीवों को वह पुण्य प्राप्त हो जो हमने सूत्र के पास से संचित किया है। हम आप सभी को यह हार्दिक भक्ति प्रदान करते हैं। आप हमारे प्रति अपनी करुणा से इस पवित्र स्थान पर आए, हमें अपनी बुद्धि के प्रकाश से देखें और इस सूत्र का पाठ करने और नवव्योरेंगे का जाप करने की हमारी पेशकश को स्वीकार करें। जो जिन जिन मिलियों हो आयक सेनांगोことかし我今見聞し従事することを得たり願わくは如来の第一義を下せ至極の大乗を思議すべからず見聞即知皆菩提に近づく道宣魔法師諸宣魔法師色相の凡事はすなわちこれ王人なり無量の功徳皆この経に集まれりこのゆえに自在に妙に訓示密に訳す内々罪を滅し善を生ずもしは真もしは法共に仏道上善三世の諸仏人人の病伝なり諸上世世ちぐし頂大世両方蓮華経方便本大に二次生存13枚安城に記号車両勝負知恵人人無料語知恵門難芸難入一切消耗薬師部勝負の知消費者が仏道信号約1000万の無収小仏人形小仏無料同法有病小人病小不門上中人人未相不法地義小説異数難芸車両都合十条仏来週十輪年集中理由公園根拠無視法弁引導宗教料理小弱小医者が如来法弁事件原密会偶則車両津如来知見広大人道無料無芸力無消費全上芸達三枚人入無最上11歳未増無法車両津如来の集中分別行摂小法言自流な栄華修士車両収容言士無料無変未増無法物質上中士車両通修無聖小医者が仏性上重大事件難芸司法有仏用仏来道空寺小法実相小医小法領税総領税小領税大領税力領税差領税飲領税遠領税下領税法領税本末空教等小医小法領税小領税小領税大領税力領税差領税飲領税遠領 税下領税法領税本末空教等小異小法領税小領税小領税大領税力領税差領税飲領税遠領税下領税法領税本末空教等The Sutra of the Lotus Flower of the Venerable Dharma Chapter 2 explained. Thereupon the word honors one emerged quietly from his samadhi and said to Shariputta, the wisdom of the present Buddha is profound and ineffable. The gate to it is difficult to understand and difficult to enter. The wisdom cannot be understood by any Sravaka or Parthika Buddha because the present Buddha attends on many hundreds of thousands of variants of past Buddha and practice the immutable teaching of those Buddhas bravely and strengthfully to their far-flung faith until they attain the profound Dharma, which you have never heard before, and became Buddha, and also because since they became Buddha, they have been expounding the Dharma according to the capacity of all living beings in such various ways that the true purpose of their various teaching is difficult to understand. Shariputra, since I became a Buddha, I also have been expounding various teachings with various stories of previous lives, with various parable and with various simile. I have been reading all living beings with immutable experience in order to save them from various detachments, because I have the power to employ experience and the power to perform the paramita of insight. Shariputra, the insight of the Tathagata is wide indeed. The Tathagata have always a state of mind towards immutable living beings, unhindered, eloquence, powers, fearlessness, dhyana, concentration, emancipation, and samadhi. They enter deep into boundlessness and attain the Dharma which you have never heard before. Shariputra, the Tathagata divides the Dharma into various teachings and expounding those teachings to all living beings so skillfully and with such gentle voices that living beings delight. Shariputra, in short, the Buddha attained the immutable teaching which you have never heard before. No more Shariputra. Well, I say, because the Dharma attained by the Buddha is the highest truth, rare to hear and difficult to understand. Only the Buddha attained the highest truth. That is the reality of all things in regard to their appearance as such, their nature as such, their entity as such, their powers as such, their activity as such, their primary causes as such, their environmental causes as such, their effect as such, their reward and retribution as such, and their equality as such despite these differences. Yo renge kyo ryorai juryo hondai juroku jiga tokubutsu rai shoko shoko shumuryo hyakusen man okusai asogi choseppo kyoke mushu okushu ryoryo ryu obutsudo nirai muryoko ido shujoko ho bengen nehan nijutsu metsudo joju shi seppo Rajo Juo Shi Iso Jinzu Rikiryo Tendo Shuzo Suigon Ni Fuken Shuken Ga Metsudo Koku Yosha Ri Genkai Eren Mori Shou Katsugo Shi Shuzo Ki Shinbuku Shi Ki Ryu Na Ishi Yoken Metsu Ji Sakushin Ryoji Ga Gyu Shusho Fusu Ryo Jusen Ga Ji Go Shuzo Zozai Shi Fu Metsu Iho Ben Rikiko Gen U Metsu Metsu Yokoku Shuzo Kugyo Shin Yosha Ga Bu O Hizu異説無情報領と不問し単理が滅動が伝承修助持在多空開口不異原子両合小活合因合子連邦内水説法陣通力量税大遊び工場材料重戦有用小重小修条件工事大化小小時カーシード安納天輪上10万音輪衝動各集中法称語法住他経過修上昇有楽商店逆転空上者周期学不満ガーラ計算物流大修道上等義に集権生じ夫婦小空業領税10万税総在修上医薬合因年他葬儀交付門参謀病床風習空毒入和七力者即会見がし在市に説法悪事医師修出物事無料空内見物者非設物難地が地力量税交渉無料重病無修庫 空襲合聖徳尿等宇治者没頭師将棋等断療養児仏合実風公領異税法米一応思考地大二言師無道石膏妨害薬一世部空小空見者異暴部天道実在に公滅以上見学校に小教師地方一着公欲道を悪道中羅上地修道行道不行道随用消化道一世修上法米地差税で以下領修上特入無常道即上十仏心 16th chapter, the duration of the Tathagata. It is many hundreds of thousands or millions of trillions of asankhya of kalpas since I became the Buddha. For the past innumerable kalpas, I have always been expounding the Dharma to many hundreds of millions of living beings in order to lead them into the way to Buddhahood, in order to save the perverted people. I experienced show my nirvana to them. In reality, I should never pass away. I always live here and expound the Dharma. Although I always live here with the perverted people, I disappear from their eyes by my supernatural powers. When they see me seemingly pass away, and make offering to my sharira, and adore me, admire me, and become a devout, upright, and gentle, and wish to see me with all their hurt as the cause of their lives. I appear on Mount Secret Eagle with my sangha, and say to them, I always live here. I shall never be extinct. I show my extinction to you experiently, although I never pass away. I also expound the unsurpassed Dharma to the living beings of the other world, if they respect me, believe me, and wish to see me. You have never heard this, therefore you saw that I pass away. I see the perverted people sinking in an ocean and suffering. Therefore, I disappear from their eyes and cause them to admire me. When they adore me, I appear and expound the Dharma to them. I can do all this by my supernatural power. I live on Mount Secret Eagle and also in the other abode for Asankhya Kalpa. The perverted people think this world is in a great fire. The end of the Kalpa of destruction is coming. In reality, this world of mine is peaceful. It is filled with gods and men. The garden, forest, and stately building and adorned with various treasures. The jewel trees have many flowers and fruit. The living beings are enjoying themselves, and the gods are beating their heavenly drums, making various kind of music, and raining mandala flowers on the great multitudes of me. This pure word of mine is indestructible, but the perverted people think it is full of sorrow, fear, and other suffering. It will soon burn away. Because of their evil karma, these simple people will not be able to hear even the names of the three treasures during a Sankhya Kalpa. To those who have accumulated knowledge, and who are gentle and upright, and who see me living here, expounding the Dharma, I say, the duration of my life is immutable. To those who see me after a long time, I say it is difficult to see a Buddha. I can do all this by the power of my wisdom. The light of my wisdom knows no bound. The duration of my life is immutable, Kalpas. I obtained this longevity by age of practice. All of you wise men, have no doubt about this. Remove your doubt, have no more. My word is true, not false. The physician who sent a man expediently to tell the perverted son of death of their father in order to kill them, but not accused of forceful, although he was still alive. In the same manner, I am the Father of the world. I am saving all living beings from suffering because they are perverted. I say that I shall pass away, although I shall not. If they always see me, they will become arrogant and licentious and cling to the white desire so much that they will fall into the evil region. I know who is practicing that way and who is not. Therefore, I expound various teachings to all living beings according to their capacity. I am always thinking, how shall I cause all living beings to enter into the unsurpassed way and quickly become Buddhas? 妙法蓮華経如来人力本第21 小仏聖者十王大神図イエス上皇天無量人力絶相神本天神法無宗法異空仏道者見士慶宇治小仏教会所旧丹寺師匠宗門実法国寺会六修道異仏滅道合同自税教皇小仏会館儀天無量人力属類税高校三名従事者法無量高中流高不能自税臨死空毒無変無無用実法国不可特縁財道自税業者即位権が薬権他法仏立証奮陣者有権が今日教系消防卒道自税業者両家牛奮時滅道他法仏一切会館儀実法現在物量化公未来薬系薬用薬用特管儀小仏が登場聖徳医療法農自税業者王将福薬等特農自税業者王将法師儀領事牛根事業説無空事業部王空中一切無償下応如来滅後自無小説教員年牛水大追義領事説領西学校合同上昇有病死人行政権能命修上業無料法説一教11条税法宇治者本市空徳利王が滅道法王中治宗教税民動物道欠上無義 The supernatural power of the Father, chapter 21. The Buddha, the word seers have great supernatural power. They display their immeasurable supernatural power in order to cause all living beings to rejoice. The tip of their tongues reach the heaven of Brahman. Immeasurable rays of light are emitted from their bodies. For those who are seeking the enlightenment of the Buddha do these things delightfully think. The sound of quoting of the Buddha and the sound of their fingers snapping reverberate over the word of the 10 quarters and the ground of those words in the 6 ways. The Buddha joyfully displayed their innumerable supernatural power because the Bodhisattva from underground vowed to keep this sutra after my extinction. Even if I praise for innumerable power, the keeper of this sutra, to whom it is to be transmitted, I can't place him highly enough. His merits are as limitless, as infinite, as boundless as the skies of the world of the 10 quarters. Anyone who keeps this sutra will be able to see me. He also will be able to see many treasures with them, the Buddhas of my replicas, and the Bodhisattva whom I have taught today. Anyone who keeps this sutra will be able to cause me to rejoice. He also will be able to bring joy to the Buddha of my replicas and also to many treasures Buddha who once passed away. He also will be able to see the present, past, and future Buddha of the world of the 10 quarters, make offering to them and cause them to rejoice. The Buddha sat at the place of enlightenment and obtained the hidden core. Anyone who keeps the sutra will be able to obtain the same before wrong. Anyone who keeps the sutra will be able to expound the meanings of the teaching and the names of the word of this sutra. Their eloquence will be as boundless as unhindered as a wind in the sky. Anyone who understands why the Buddha expounds many sutras, who knows the position of the sutra and the series of sutras, and who expound it after my extinction, according to its true meaning, while we will be able to illuminate the darkness of the living beings of the world where he walks about, just as the light of the sun and the moon illuminate all darkness. He will be able to cause immeasurable Bodhisattva to dwell finally in the one vehicle. Therefore, the man of wisdom who hears the benefit of these merits and who keeps the sutra after my extinction will be able to attain the enlightenment of the Buddha definitely and doubtlessly. Nichiren Daishonin Gomyohan for deeply reflection to everyday life. The causes of all trouble and suffering in your life comes from your misunderstanding. If you correct your error, you should see the deep reflection on everyday life. The causes of all troubles and suffering in life all come from your mission. If you wish to notice your errors, you should collect your mind and see the truth in all matters. You must appropriately live to do so. If you deeply reflect upon your errors, even if they are errors which come from misunderstanding, and if you see the true appearance in things, it will be like when fox and dew disappear in the sunlight. You will eventually realize the error and certainly be forgiven. Nam-myoho Renge-kyo. The chanting, Shodaibyo. All the marriage Shakyamuni Buddha has attained. In other words, his true heart are included in the 5 letters of Myoho Renge-kyo. If we believe in and practice the teaching of the 5 letters as the course of our life, we are able gratefully but surely to gain the Buddha's true heart. Nam-myoho Renge-kyo, 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 Nam-myoho Renge-kyo. हम ईमानदारी से महान मंदार गोहंसों के पूर्ण चक्र में आदरणीय लोगों को लोटस सूत्र और उदाहरणों का पाठ करने के सभी गुणों को सम्मानपूर्वक समर्पित करते हैं। महान परोपकारी शिक्षण शाक्यमुनि शाश्वत बुद्ध को लोटस सूत्र और धर्म के सभी सुरक्षात्मक देवताओं को सर्वोच्च शिक्षण के लिए भगवान शाक्यमुनि बुद्ध ने बोधि वृक्ष बोधाया के नीचे ज्ञान प्राप्त किए और तब से उन्होंने विभिन्न तरीकों से विभिन्न शिक्षाओं का प्रचार किया ताकि सभी जीवित लोगों को इस सांसारिक क्षेत्र से मुक्त होने में मदद मिल सके और अंत में लोटस सूत्र का प्रकाश किए जो 26 साल पहले पवित्र भूमि गीत की चौथी राजगीर भारत में सर्वोच्च शिक्षाओं का प्रचार करता था। हम सभी हमेशा बुद्ध धर्म के अनुसार जी सके अपने बौद्ध विश्वास को गहरा कर सके और ज्ञान विकसित करने के लिए अपनी बोधिसत्व प्रथाओं को जारी रख सके और दूसरों को भी ऐसा करने में मदद कर सके। इस दुनिया में अधिक से अधिक लोग बुद्ध धर्म से संबंध रख और अपने जीवन में धर्म के आनंद का आनंद ले। शांति दुनिया के हर कोने में व्याप्त हो सकती है और सभी शांति और खुशी का आनंद ले सकते हैं। दुनिया सभी जीवित प्राणियों में फैल सकता है ताकि हम और सभी जीवित प्राणी एक साथ ज्ञान प्राप्त कर सके। दुनिया शांतिपूर्ण हो और सद्भाव में रह सके और सभी जीवित प्राणी सभी कष्टों से मुक्त हो सके। सभी संवेदनशील प्राणी स्वस्थ और खुश रहे। नामो रेंगे क्यो सुजो मुहें से गंदो बोनो मिशु से गंदम ओमो मुजिन से गंजे उचिरो मुजो से गंजो। Sentient beings are magical. I bow to send them all. Our every desires are exhausted. I bow to consume all. The Buddha's teaching are measurable. I bow to study them all. The way of the Buddha is excelled. I bow to attain the path of life. Nam-myoho Renge Kyo. Nam-myoho Renge Kyo. Nam-myoho Renge Kyo. Thank you very much. Let's continue chanting for inner peace of all living beings. सभी जीवित प्राणियों के आंतरिक शांति के लिए नाम-म्योहो रेंगे क्यो का जाप जारी रखें। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।